Presiding Officer, when we passed our Climate Change Act in 2009, we did so on the basis of unanimity. I'm delighted to hear an excellent speech from Claudia Beamish, and with the exception of his nuclear obsession from Alec Johnson, pleased that we still seem to have that common view of where we should be going, because it's our ambition, our engagement, our contribution to this vital debate that books our place in worldwide discussions. Our attendance at various conferences of the parties predated this government, with Ross Finney previously attending. My first conference of the parties was in Poznan, COP14. I must say I found it an immensely puzzling experience. These huge conferences, Copenhagen was over 40,000 people were at the conference, are really initially quite intimidating, and I congratulate the Minister on his engagement that he's achieved at his first COP. I may come. Well, I will, if you're brief, please.
Neil Finlay, briefly.
I wonder if you could advise us how the 40,000 people got to the conference.
Stewart Stevenson.
Well, I say that his Labour colleague, the Member for Environment in Wales, actually went by train there and back, and it took her 2 days each way. Unfortunately, the parliamentary arithmetic in Scotland meant I was not allowed by the whips to make that same choice, and I had to fly. Regretfully, that's the honest truth of the matter. In 2009, the convener in Copenhagen said, "This is the time to deliver, this is the place to commit." But delivery and commitment remain bafflingly elusive. Progress is snail-like, but it is being made. COP17, where we were in Durban, did bring an agreement on the timeline for a global climate treaty. So how is Doha COP18 taking us forward? One thing I am delighted moved up the agenda at Doha was the damaging effects of climate change on gender issues, in particular on women. And I'm delighted that we as a government have been able to work with Mary Robinson on the broader climate justice agenda, but in particular how that affects women. And I very much welcome the announcement by the Minister that we're going to have a conference. We do know that climate change is damaging farming in Africa, reducing access to water and to firewood, problems that mean that women in particular, who are now less well fed with less energy, have to walk further to find food, water and firewood. Now, this is no mere inconvenience to people in faraway countries. They are paying the price that we have created for them through our emissions. So it's a moral issue for us all. But it also represents a genuine economic and perhaps wider threat. Mass migration from areas of aridity to areas of water are inevitable. Family dislocations, the prospect of real conflicts. Countries like Russia and Poland, when the Kyoto Protocol first came forward, signed up in good faith, expecting that the accounting units they were allocated would lead to their having money to invest in dealing with the problem. The failure of the US and the subsequent withdrawal of Canada has undercut that. And if it's difficult to get these countries to re-engage, I understand that. If the United States needs a warning, it's Hurricane Sandy. It will happen again. It will happen more frequently. There are states in the United States key engaged on this, states like California. But we do need the big boys in the big pond to really commit to real change. I congratulate the Minister on his work at Doha. I hope we all support him.